Welcome back. If you have ever heard about these terms and had no idea what any of them mean, this video is going to fix that permanently. These four modules are foundation of cloud computing. Every major tech company, startup, bank, hospital, and government system is built on of top of at least one of them. Understanding them is not just for developers or IT people, it's for anyone who uses technology, which honestly is everyone. And here is the good news. Once you understand the core idea behind as a service, all four of them will immediately make sense. So let's go into it. Section 1. What does as a service even mean? Before we talk about these four definitions, we need to understand the phrase that they all share as a service. Think about electricity. You don't build your own power plant to power your house. You don't buy generators, fuel, and wiring systems. You just plug in and pay for what you see. The power company handles everything behind the scenes: the infrastructure, the maintenance, the delivery. Cloud computing works the same way. Instead of companies building and managing their own servers, data centers, and software systems, they rent what they need from a cloud provider. They pay for what they use, and the cloud provider handles everything behind the scenes. That rental model is what as a service means. Now, what exactly is being rented? That's where four definitions comes in. Each one offers a different level of technology stacks as a service. Let's go through them one by one, starting from the lowest level and working our way up. Section 2. IaaS, Infrastructure as a Service. This is the most basic level of cloud computing, which is infrastructure as a service. You are renting the raw building blocks of your computing, things like servers, storage, network, and virtual machines. You are not getting software or ready-made platform. You are getting the raw infrastructure, like renting an empty building with electricity and plumbing. You still have to build everything inside yourself. What does IaaS give you? 1. Virtual machines, essentially renting a computer in the cloud. 2. Storage space, hard drivers and database stored remotely. 3. Networking, firewalls, IP addresses, load balancers. 4. Servers, physical or virtual, hosted in a data center. Who uses infrastructure as a service? Infrastructure as a service is mostly used by developers, system administrators, and IT teams, the people who want maximum control over their environment. They want to choose the operating system, install their own software, and configure everything their way, but they don't want to physically own or manage the hardware. Real-world infrastructure as a service example, like 1. Amazon Web Service, AWS, EC2. You rent a virtual server and control everything on it. 2. Microsoft Azure Virtual Machines. Same idea, Microsoft's version. And exactly, Google Compute Engine. Google's raw cloud computing power. Number 4. DigitalOcean Tablets. Popular for smaller developers and startups. Here is the pizza analogy. If cloud computing were pizza, infrastructure as a service is like buying all the raw ingredients: flour, sauce, cheese, topping. You are renting the kitchen and the oven, but you make the pizza yourself from scratch. Pros of infrastructure as a service: maximum flexibility and control. You decide every configuration. You only pay for what you use. Scales up or down instantly. No need to buy new hardware. But in the other side, here is the cons of infrastructure as a service. You are responsible for security, updates, and maintenance of the software layer. Requires technician cloudness to manage properly. More responsibility than PaaS or SaaS. Section 3. PaaS, Platform as a Service. Think of platform as a service as one level up from infrastructure as a service. Instead of giving you raw structure, it gives you a ready-made platform to build and deploy applications on. You don't worry about the servers, the operating system, or the networking anymore. All of that is handled for you. You just focus on writing your code and building your app. If infrastructure as a service is a rented kitchen with ingredients, platform as a service is a professional kitchen that's already set up with all the tools, ovens, and appliances ready to go. You just bring the recipe and cook. What does PaaS give you? A pre-configured development environment. Number two, that database and storage already set up. Three, tools for testing, deploying, and scaling applications. Number four, built-in feature like auto-scaling, backups, and monitoring. Number five, runtime environment, not like Node.js, Python, Java, PHP, whatever. So, who uses PaaS? PaaS is primarily for developers, especially developers who want to focus on building applications, not on managing the infrastructure and the rinse. It's the fastest way to go from writing code to having a live running application. Here is the real world PaaS examples. Heroku, one of the most popular platforms for deploying web apps quickly. Google App Engine, Google's platform for building scalable apps. Number 3, Microsoft Azure App Service for web and mobile app developments. Number 4, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Deploy and manage apps on AWS without touching the servers. Number 5, Firebase, Google's mobile and web development platform. Databases, authentication, hosting, all included. Now, for the pros of PaaS, you focus entirely on your code, nothing else. Faster development and deployment. Number 3, built-in scaling, security, and infrastructure management. 4, lower operation overhead. 5, great for teams without large DevOps resources. On the other side, here is the cons of PaaS. Less control than infrastructure as a service. You work within what the platform provides, not anything else. Number 2, can create vendor lock-in. Your app may be heavily tied to one provider's tools. Number 3, less flexible for very specific or unusual configurations. Section 4, SaaS. Section 4, SaaS. SaaS stands for Software as a Service, and this is the model that most regular people interact with every single day without even realizing it. With SaaS, you are not getting infrastructure, you are not getting a development platform, you are getting a fully finished, ready-to-use software applications delivered over the internet. No installation, no setup, no maintenance. You just open a browser, log in, and use the software. Going back to pizza analogy, SaaS is ordering a pizza delivered to your door. You didn't touch any ingredients. You didn't use a kitchen. You just ate the pizza. What does SaaS gives you? 1. A complete working application. 2. Accessible from any device with a browser. 3. The provider handles everything like servers, updates, security, storage. Number 4. Usually a subscription model, monthly or yearly payment. Who uses SaaS? Honestly, everyone, literally everyone. If you use Gmail, you are using SaaS. If you use Spotify, Notion, Slack, Netflix, Dropbox, you are using SaaS. It is the most widely adopted cloud model in the world. Real world SaaS examples like Gmail, Google Workspace, emails, documents, sheets, all in the browser. Slack, team communication, fully cloud based. Shopify, Netflix, Notion, all of them. Now, the pros of SaaS. 1. Zero setup. Just sign up and use it. 2. Accessible from anywhere, from any device. 3. Provider handles all updates, security patches, and maintenance. 3. Predictable cost, usually a monthly subscription. Number 5. Scales with your team instantly. Now, on the other hand, here is the cons of SaaS. You have the least control. You use what the provider gives you. 2. Your data is stored on someone else's servers. Number 3. Internet connection is required. Number 4. Customization is limited compared to building your own software. Now, section number 5. DaaS, Desktop as a Service. This one is a little different from others, but it's becoming more important every year. especially with the rise of remote work. With DaaS, your entire desktop computer experience is hosted in the cloud. Instead of running Windows or macOS on your local machine, your desktop, your files, your applications, your settings, all of it lives on a remote server. You access it from any device, a thin laptop, a tablet, even an older computer, and it feels like you are sitting in front of your own high-powered machine. The actual computing power is happening on servers in a data center. Your local device is just a screen and a keyboard. What does DaaS gives you? A full virtual desktop hosted in the cloud. 2. Access from any device anywhere in the world. Number 3. Centralized management. IT can push updates and security to all desktops from one place. Number 4. Your files and apps are never stored on the physical device. They are safe in the cloud. Number 5. High performance on low-end hardware. The heavy lifting is done by the cloud. Who uses DaaS? DaaS is used by companies with large remote workforces, call centers, organizations with strict security requirements, and businesses that want to reduce hardware costs. Instead of buying everyone a powerful laptop, you give them a basic device and stream their desktop from the cloud. Real world DaaS examples: Amazon Workspace, 2. Microsoft Azure Virtual Desktop, and number 3. Google Cloud VMware Engine. Here is the pros of DaaS. Work from anywhere on any device. IT management becomes much simpler and centralized. Number 3. Improved security. Data never sits on physical endpoints. Cost saving on physical hardware. Instant provisionations. New employees gets a desktop in minutes. On the other hand, there is a cons of DaaS. Requires a stable, fast internet connection. If the connection drops, work stops. 2. Latency can be a problem for a graphic-heavy or real-time applications. Number 3. Ongoing subscription costs can add up at scale. And some software may not work well in a virtualized environment. Now, here's the bonus part of this video. Data as a service, also called DaaS. Quick note, DaaS sometimes stands for Data as a Service, a different but equally important concept. Data as a service means providing data, raw or processed, on demand throughout the cloud via APIs or dashboards, instead of companies collecting and managing their own data infrastructure. They subscribe to a service that delivers the data they need. Think about it like this. A retail company needs to know consumer purchasing trends. Instead of building an entire data collection and analysis system from scratch, they subscribe to a data as a service provider that delivers exactly that data, updated in real time. Real world examples: Snowflake, Bloomberg Terminal, and Twilio. The difference between desktop as service and data as a service. Desktop as service, your desktop experience virtualized in the cloud, but data as a service, access to data and analysis delivered on demand. Both are called DaaS. In this video, we are covered both. Section 6. Quick comparison table. Let's bring all four together in a simple comparison. Section 7. How do you choose the right one? Choose infrastructure as a service if you need a full control over your environment, you have a technical team, you are running complex system or need custom configurations, you want to build from the ground up. Choose PaaS if you are a developer who wants to ship applications fast without worrying about infrastructure. You want to focus on code, not servers. You are a startup or a small team moving quickly. Choose SaaS if you just need software that works. You don't want to build anything. You want to buy finished tool and use it. Perfect for business operations, communication, productivity, and almost everything an international team needs. Choose DaaS, which is desktop as a service in this situation. is if your team is remote or disrupted. You want employees to be able to work securely from any device. You want to centralize desktop management and reduce hardware costs. Choose DaaS, which is here is data as a service. If you need to access to large data sets, analytics, or real-time data without building your own data infrastructure. Section 8. Real world scenario. Let's put this all together with a real example. Imagine you're starting a company that builds a mobile app for restaurant reservations. You might use IaaS, like AWS, to host your backend servers and database because you want full control over your infrastructure. Or you might use PaaS, like something like Firebase, for your mobile apps authentication, real-time database, and notifications. So your developers don't have to build all that from scratch. Or basically you use SaaS tools internally. Slack for team communication, Notion for project management, Google Workspace for email and documents. Or as your team grows and goes remote, you deploy DaaS, like Azure Virtual Desktop, so all your employees have a secure, constant work environment no matter where they are. And eventually, you might subscribe to a data as a service platform to get restaurant industry trends and consumer insights for your business strategy. One company, all four models working together. To recap, IaaS, you rent the raw infrastructure, maximum control, maximum responsibility. PaaS, you get a ready-made platform to build on. Focus on your code, not your servers. SaaS, you get fully built software, just sign up and use it. DaaS, you get a virtual desktop in the cloud or data delivered on demand. The cloud is not just one thing, it's spectrum from raw resources all the way from finished software. And understanding where each service sits on the spectrum helps you make smarter decisions, whether you are a developer, a business owner, or someone building a career in tech. If this video helped you, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people. Subscribe if you haven't already and drop a comment below. Which of these four did you already know about and which one of surprised you the most? I will see you in the next one.